I'm still Syra, and this is part 2 of discussing how we came up with our question out of frustration and inspiration, and I just ended the frustration and inspiration bit. So now I'm going to talk about why there is a 50-year gap in our research, and this wasn't because we purposefully neglected 5 decades of Philippine and U.S. history just because we didn't want to deal with it. This was actually because, coincidentally enough, from 1898 to 1946, so when the U.S. was in the Philippines explicitly, there's actually no research on gender multiplicity whatsoever, and I believe this is either a result of little research or research has been done, but it's simply not accessible through the information networks that we had originally used to gather up this information. So what we do know is that beginning in the 1940s, Filipino social scientists began to apply the inversion model of desire and sexuality to queer bodies, and also queer bodies began to become more and more medicalized. What we also do know is that in that same time period, Filipinas' bodies became heavily regulated, so race-gendered sex bodies in order to produce a certain kind of sexuality. So from this, we can assume that as the U.S. implemented its own ideas of the gender binary through both formal structures, so through the government and through government-mandated education, and also informal structures, so for example, the presence of the U.S. military in the Philippines, that these binaries were inserted and implemented in response to existing structures in the Philippines, because existing structures were not in compliance, per se, with the U.S. binaries, in that they probably permitted for certain performances the US wasn't exactly down with. So if you want more information maybe on some of what I just talked about right now, you can go ahead and refer to Charlie's and Alex's write-ups. And if you want to know more about what I talked about in my part of the presentation in class, you can go ahead and refer to my write-up in the description bar below. An abridged version is available in the description bar simply because YouTube has a character count, and if you would like to access the unabridged version, you can do that by clicking on the Google Documents link, where I've also put down the Google username and the Google password. So thank you for watching, and I commend you for still hanging on even as I sound like a chipmunk in these videos. So thank you very much, and enjoy the other videos. Bye!